But what was the Bonnaroo news this week that I missed? Because I'll be honest with you, I've not paid attention to anything.
Yeah, go ahead, Taco.
They've made some improvements on the farm. Number one, stormwater management planning and drainage improvements. I know you guys love drainage.
I always like to see that way up high on the poster.
Well, yeah, first billing, yeah.
But if they don't have the sewage improvements, you'd know it.
Yeah, these are all filed under only us would be talking about it, but we're glad they did all of them.
Can I tell you, a band that we've had on this program before came to town, and they performed at a venue in town that will stay nameless. And I heard that it got so uncomfortable. It's a packed house, but unfortunately, because it was the first show back into real life, something had happened with the sewage lines. And when everybody would flush, the water was going the opposite direction. So when you walked into the bathroom, you were having to walk around rivers of sewage.
Ooh.
So the whole venue smelled like raw sewage.
I don't care who's on stage. That's bad night.
Don't care who's.
Yeah.
Paul, nice to see you. Mr. McCartney, have a good night. I'm out.
Yep. Gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've all been on the farm when things weren't going well. I try not to talk about it. Like I've said, I worked at a funeral home. I don't talk about that. And I don't talk about things I've seen in porta potties on the farm.
Yeah, but you really did get a lot of girlfriends from that funeral home.
It's a chick magnet.
Yes, it is. What's the second line on that improvement poster?
Let's see. You got relocation of parking and camping areas to better prepare for weather events.
Now this sounds
planning on.
Well, that just sounds like fancy words for moving Brad. And I don't
run.
Yeah, I don't like it. This doesn't sound good to me.
No, we can read between the lines on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kicked out.
This is just fancy words to say we don't like where you're camping, Brad, so we're moving you somewhere else.
Yeah. We're gonna that's an issue for later.
So at what point? So explain to me the parts that they would need to move you from and move you to so that it would be weather flexible.
I don't know, but they put a little picture of a bus on here, so I like it.
Once again,
it's a thumbs up from me.
Poster management.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need. It gives a thumbs up from me.
That'd take a lot.
The only thing I can think of is remember the big storm from 4 or 5 years ago is they just cleared out Centeroo.
Yeah.
And then where you went from there.
And they built a bridge.
Kind of on your own. Yeah. Built the bridge.
Now I understand there's low levels of the farm and the storm that rolled through Ida last year that killed the festival. I understand that there's a reason the grounds were
that's probably
destroyed.
You probably hit it. You probably nailed it right there.
I know that, but where are they moving them to? They don't have endless space.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably higher. I don't know. I would assume they paid attention to higher ground and that sort of thing. And
were you just about to say they moved a hill?
I was gonna, but I let it go.
They
probably did move some hills, but not the hill.
You're Brad always wins in the end. Brad always wins in the end.
Not this one. All right, go ahead. There's 3 or 4 more.
They've paved roads. There's additions of paved roads across the farm. Paving roads.
Would you be okay if they paved the main roads inside Centeroo?
That's what I think they did.
No.
And at first I thought, no, I don't like that.
I don't think
and
that's
then I
true.
remember that big puddle that forms there leaving VIP going into Centeroo. Be cool if that was not there anymore.
I know that, but
it's paved roads across festival grounds. It doesn't specifically say Centeroo.
Now I could see if they paved the main drags around camp, right? But I just don't know if I would be okay with them paving roads inside Cinderu.
Why?
Something would feel almost,
You'd miss the dust and the puddles.
it's not just the dust or the puddles. It just feels, less connected to the earth, maybe.
I had the same thought over the weekend, but then I kept thinking about those puddles that you got to walk, when you go through those wooden gates, stepping over and around. There's no fun in that.
I understand. I don't know why. I haven't really put a finger on why this would bother me, but it would make me feel a little,
a little bougie.
A little like I feel like I'm at a city festival all of a sudden. I think the point of being a Bonnaroo is that you get these rough around the edges things. I don't know if I'd love a I'm okay with a flushing toilet, okay? Let me make that clear. I'm okay.
You're not a rough around the edges guy.
I know that, but this makes me feel like I am.
Oh, this is it. Okay. They got gravel roads and everything.
Yeah. Barry, maybe we need to do a little recon and go down to Manchester and see exactly what they've
That's
paved.
exactly what we need.
Do you think they've already done them, or they're just saying that they're going to do them?
It makes it sound like it's been done. Why, are you going to talk him out of it?
Well, wait a second. We have Kyle lives in Manchester.
Oh yeah, we can get him over there.
Why don't we just get Kyle drive over there and see if you can see any paved roads?
Yeah, take video.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The last place they need paved roads is in Cinderu. They already drive too many carts through there to begin with. The bumpiness and that actually slows them down. They need to take the service roads behind because the carts drive me nuts driving through there.
I thought that was sort of part of the plan that was announced 2 years ago when it didn't happen.
Got it.
They had come up with ways to move the carts around the perimeter.
Man, I hope so.
I do too. That's the most
because
annoying
man,
thing.
I tell you, the best part of Lollapalooza is how they have organized sort of their transportation in and around that festival. The carts driving through Bonnaroo don't make any sense, and they just get in the way.
Yeah, coming up on you all the time.
Yeah, and also paving roads would mean that they're planning to continue driving through Cinderu when it's much more important to get paved roads out and around the premises, don't you think?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It's part of the wastewater management, rainwater and all that.
Mm-hmm. All right, what else we got on the poster?
New wayfinding system to better help you navigate the farm day and night.
Okay, that's just a sign. That's just a sign.
That's a sign.
Yeah, that's
This way.
And then finally, even faster entry to campgrounds due to toll booth and parking efficiencies.
Yeah, look, I just made it better. There.
There it is.
Did it.
Now I can find my way.
Man, I just spent a lot of money on that new sign.
Send an email.
But there's it's a sign, right? We're talking about a sign. We're talking about a street sign.
Could be something on your phone.
Okay.
What else could it be? I mean, yeah, probably a sign.
But I don't know. That's for those people who have to camp way, way, way out.
Do they still own Squarcho?
No, it's gone.
They rented it then. They didn't own it?
No, they didn't own it.
Okay. Because if they owned it, it would be kind of cool to take the Squarch and drive it around with like announcements on the big screen, and you get to see what's going on and, do karaoke into it,
Could put it to use. That
Yeah.
would work.
All right. Now that would be a pretty good,
Squarcho.
sign. That'd be a pretty good investment. They bought the Squarch and they've turned it into, its own character. Now I'll tell you, that would be a great rehab to its reputation. Everybody hates the Squarch. El Squarcho is back, and all of a sudden it's its own character driving around, making everybody happy.
I agree. Maybe you could wear a Squarcho costume.
Mini Squarch.
Mini Squarch.
Hey, Mardi Gras is 345 days away.
Gotta start working on that costume.
Gotta make it now.
Yeah, so that's it. Those are the big ones, and
That's
of course
it?
they're going to let people in on Tuesday.
Some people,
on Tuesday,
And the sooner you get
closer
there,
to
the
work,
closer you are camped to Cinderu. First
which is
time.
pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wondered about that. People who, bust their ass to get there early and then get the worst parking. Seems
that
kinda
sounds
contrary.
like the lead. That sounds like the biggest piece of information here that the sooner you get there, the
Yeah.
closer you get to be.
Yep.
Because weren't we saying a couple years ago that, you could get there on a Tuesday, but you're still, a
Yeah, they
mile and a
put you
half
out
away?
first. Yeah, they
Yeah,
start from
yeah.
back and move, towards the middle.
Well, and that's not new. They've been announcing this for 2 years.
Yeah,
There's just
exactly.
been no Bonnaroo to show for it.
Actually do it. So that's it.
They should
There
just
you
keep
go.
announcing stuff. Just
Yeah.
who cares? It's we 50-50 if this that happens. Start announcing some stuff.
Hey, the Rolling Stones are headlining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Surprise.
Well, good. That's all right. I mean, I think a lot of that's some good PR work finally, but I
Yep.
don't know if much of that is meat. It feels like the meatier part is you get to camp as close to Bonnaroo as you can, the easier or sooner you get there.
Well,
Yeah.
I think Russ and I were talking before you got on. Any of these improvements are the kind of things that, don't normally make the headlines, but as we've all said over the years, the little things, they add up. Shade, grass,
that's right.
flushable toilets.
That's right. That's right. And the grounds have definitely gotten better, and they look so much better. And to your point, Barry, I think that the reason why we don't hear about them, they announce them plenty, but we don't hear about them because there's other stuff about
Right.
it that we're talking about. There's so many other things but because we're in this, barren desert of information about, what Bonnaroo is going to be. We haven't done it in how long. Now it feels like every teeny tiny scrap of information feels like a feast.
Any news is news. Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.